so we're going to start our podcast today. So I'd like to welcome everybody to the very first Lewis and Clark College for Kids podcast. Yay! 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 All right. So I have a few of the students that wanted to do the podcast, so I'll let them introduce themselves. Remember, guys, internet safety, we don't use last names, we only use first names. So let's start here and introduce yourself.
I'm Katie. I'm John. Hi, Abby.
And John, you can give.
I'm Grant. I'm David.
And then here.
I'm Robert.
I'm Charlotte.
All right. So unfortunately, we only have 2 microphones, so we're having to kind of share microphones a little bit, which is not a bad thing. We learned to share. It's teamwork, right?
Yep.
So let's see. So real quick, do you guys understand what a podcast actually is? Mm-hmm. So what is a podcast? No? Okay. Abby's like, I don't know what a podcast is. I just thought, I'll join it. So what is a podcast? Anybody? What?
When you just talk about things, but you like, there's hardly any video, and you just talk.
There's 0 video.
Oh, 0 video. Okay. I watched some podcasts on YouTube.
Okay.
Sure,
So yeah, basically what a podcast is kind of like an internet radio show. So there's no video, or there shouldn't be. Sometimes podcasters will have videos, so you may, and that was kind of when I decided to start this class. We were going to do podcasts and then video ourselves for YouTube, so we would actually have a podcast on a podcast network and then a YouTube channel. We'd have video. But you guys kind of were a little more interested in doing actual videos for channels, so that's what we've been doing all week, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk a little bit about doing that. So just so you guys know, this podcast, I'm going to put it up on our YouTube channel that I made, so you guys can listen to it once I get it up and edited and stuff. So, starting off, so this week, we spent an entire week doing videos and learning how to record videos and edit videos so that you guys can have YouTube channels. So, go ahead and everybody want to talk a little bit about your experience. Like, let's ask, what was the easiest thing you found, Katie, in making like videos and editing?
Probably the easiest thing I found was, I'm not really too sure, really, but, I don't know.
You don't know? That's okay.
That's fine.
So, John, what about you?
Probably the editing part.
You liked that the best? Was it easy?
Yeah.
What did we use to edit with?
Movie Maker?
No, we did. That's Windows. We're on Macs. iMovie. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, we're just chumming, so it's totally fine.
Making the video, recording it.
Recording it. Did you have fun doing that in the studio?
Yeah.
You guys, now tell us what you and Katie, your video is about.
Cats.
So
we were able to answer the questions over here, but
we're gonna get to you. So you guys made a what was it? Top 10 great things about cats, or why cats are awesome, or top 8. Okay. So you guys did a good job because you had a list, so you had bullet points, so you had notes and stuff. So that was pretty cool. All right, let's move the microphone over.
I think the fun thing was making jump cuts in the videos and also rewinding it to make funny things.
Doing stuff in iMovie, yeah.
sometimes we messed around with the editing and just like rewinded it and played it backwards. And then made it sound like an ancient language or something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty, I mean, I kept hearing that around, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we all need headphones because everybody was reversing.
But the easiest part was definitely making the video, but in the process, because like preparing for it is a bit more complicated because you have to get everything you need, but making it is fun. I'm Charlotte, by the way. The other person who was talking before me was Grant.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the easiest things for me is when recording a video is just going up there and talking to the camera, because to me, for some reason, it's just like it's nothing. Like at school, I do like a news thing for our school, and it's just easy. All you have to do is just say like what's going on, and then you just say the ending, and it's just a piece of cake for me, really. So.
Sorry, I have a really.
It's totally fine.
It's in the family with like radio recording. My dad used to be on the radio studio thing, so.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of the same, but you have to remember that you have to watch what your body's doing and your face is doing because people can see it, as opposed to on the radio. We could be sitting here in our, socks and T-shirts and making funny faces, and as long as you don't hear it, nobody knows that we're making funny faces. But in video, it's a little harder.
Like an individual podcast, the wearing underpants.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a normal podcast is making like a podcast with their underwear and like no clothes on or something like that. I mean, no one can see them, so I mean,
make it a goofy podcast.
Yep.
Make it, So you can wear whatever you want. So it's kind of nice when you're a podcaster because you can wear your pajamas all day for work and no one's going to know the difference. So what about? Okay, so that was the easy stuff. What did you find that's kind of hard about class or things we did in class?
Probably the more difficult thing for me was actually doing the actual videos, because that's just kind of like difficult considering there was a whole class in the room along with us.
Yeah, you guys had an audience every time you were trying to video, you and Abby did not have a hard time being quiet, but I think some people, after a while, it got kind of boring and they were having a hard time being quiet when everyone was recording. Because it does get kind of boring when you're not in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Like,
steal a microphone.
Just
grab one if you have something to say.
like one of the videos, I don't think this one's going to be going up on a YouTube channel yet, or if it is or not, because they might have edited it out. But one of the other kids, one of them just like hopped like a horse in front of the camera and just started singing "Pink Fluffy Unicorns."
It's just like.
Yeah, Brendan, you know who you are.
Yeah, Brendan's.
Oh my gosh.
I think that video, I saw it.
Yeah, but.
It was.
That may or may not have been edited out.
But
I hope these kept it in because that wouldn't have been funny.
Yeah,
Right?
Brendan.
I think they did leave it in because I saw it.
Brendan made guest appearances in many videos.
Yeah, Brendan's just like he's like the
Ball of
the clown of the class. He's like, but he's really awesome to be around as well. Like
humor is always great.
Yeah, humor is really awesome. And here's Grant.
Speaking of sense of humor, there was a video Charlotte made this week. She asked all of us to come in, and we did a lot. We did a lot of funny stuff. So
John over here stole the spotlight. Like half the video.
he calls himself Farm Boy Does Science.
Check out my YouTube channel.
And it's like, yeah, John's YouTube channel is really cool. He does fun.
Science experiments.
Yeah, he does.
Science stuff. And
Recently.
I
There you go.
made a new video.
All
He
right.
was here at the college, and he made a video like making a squishy ball.
Yeah, making squishy balls. I don't have the new channel yet, but by next week it's going to be Farm Boy Does Science. Shut up.
All right.
All right, why am I?
Well, technical difficulties.
Yeah, well, I'm
Technical difficulties.
seeing, trying to make sure that we don't totally clip to where we can't hear each other.
Right.
Okay, Abby, did you have something or John, anything that was difficult?
No, not really.
It was all pretty easy.
I loved the entire week. It was awesome.
It was
I
fun.
loved it.
Definitely fun.
Well, actually, there wasn't anything difficult in class, but at home, I had to make my camera out of a chair. I had to make my camera stand out of a chair and a ruler. So yeah.
Oh, so you had to make a homemade tripod.
Did it like fall over multiple times while you're recording? Yes, I could.
At least you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can just like make things out of.
All right, so we're gonna go on and go to let's see,
And
let's get to Abby again. Yeah.
well, okay, so.
So what did you find difficult? Let's repeat that just to make sure you're on.
At home, I had to make my own camera stand because I don't have a tripod or anything. I also made a light out of a flashlight in a bag.
I wouldn't say difficult about any of them. Since I haven't got a YouTube channel yet, I didn't know how to do some of the stuff. But Robert and Charlotte helped me.
So you feel pretty confident in editing?
Yeah. Anybody else want to say something?
We all have to say something.
We're going all around. So
The most difficult part for me was probably the jump cuts, because it annoys me how whenever you can't get it just right, and then you have to redo it all, and then do it over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm a perfectionist, so it kind of bothers me a lot on certain things, so I just had to deal with that one. If you didn't know, I'm Charlotte too, by the way. If you
Yes,
I'm
okay, good. So,
okay. I'm gonna pass it on to Robert.
So one of the most difficult things about making a YouTube video is like getting the music. I know for some of you other YouTubers out there, it's not that hard for you guys, but for me it was pretty hard. Like I brought my phone and charger and everything, and we plugged it up to the computer and everything, and it wouldn't really work. So I remembered last year we did a commercial thing in which we got music from YouTube. So we did the same thing this year, and it took a while to get it on to the video, but then we realized it was copyrighted. So so we had to take it off. So now there's no music in it, but that's fine. So at least I won't get flagged.
Yeah, we don't want you. Because we kind of discussed copyright, and some people get away with having copyrighted music, and sometimes YouTube runs algorithms now where it actually detects if you've got copyrighted music, and it will send you a warning, and it will take the audio off your video and send you a warning, and then if you do it again, then they could potentially take down your channel.
If you do it 3 times.
Is it 3 times? So I've only been warned once, and then I learned my lesson. So
They also restrict the time of your videos too.
Do they? Okay. Like I said, I've only been warned once, so I haven't had the YouTube police on me a whole lot. So you just have to be careful. So yeah, I know that Robert was making a video because he's going to be doing in some kind of tell us what you're doing.
So the thing that I'm going to be doing is, if you guys know the St. Louis Storytelling Festival, this year Sherry Norfolk and Lisa Ballinger made a thing called the Ghost Project, which is ghost horror or scary tales. And the thing that they do is they get high schoolers to tell scary stories, and whoever is the best at it, who gets first place, goes to the National Storytelling Festival in Kansas City. Well, I know that I'm not a high schooler, and the reason why I got in is because I knew Bobby Norfolk, which is Sherry Norfolk's husband, for a long, long, long time, and they've heard me told stories before, and they knew that I would be really good at it, so they let me in on a privilege. And when the Ghost Project came around, I actually beat 2 high schoolers at it, so now I'm going to the nationals, and it's going to be really, really fun.
So you had to make a video. Your video you used in class was to do for Ghost because they needed you to put a video up on YouTube of yourself?
Yeah, because Sherry Norfolk emailed my dad and said, hey, I know Robert's going to be doing a YouTubing and podcasting class. Do you think he can video record himself doing one of the scary stories I'm going to be doing at the festival? And my dad's like, sure, that's an awesome idea. So I'm going to have to make a video of me telling a story, a scary story I'm going to be telling, which is Wildly and the Hairy Man. I've heard it done by Bobby Norfolk before, so it's like kind of like an honor of doing it because Sherry and Bobby have helped me a lot during this. So it's just like a really nice thing to do.
Awesome. So we wanted to make sure that Robert's videos didn't get flagged because he kind of needs them for something. So, all right. So let's see. Let's let Katie and Abby talk a little bit, and Grant, because they're kind of sitting there very quietly. So, so you guys did a cat video. So why did you choose? I'm going to hand over my microphone to Abby.
We can have both of them have a microphone, and they can just talk.
either that or you guys switch places so they can sit by each other and talk.
We can switch.
Or you just really want to just switch that microphone back and forth, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. So real quick, we're going to ask Abby and Katie, why did you guys choose to do a video about the top 8 great? Was it 8 things that are great about cats, or so?
Probably
Get in close.
we both like cats. That's probably the main reason we did it. I'm not really sure why we did it, but we just did.
Okay.
Alright, your turn.
That's fine.
Nobody can see you. It's okay.
Can you stop hiding?
Yeah. Who are you hiding from? There's it's just us.
Just talking. Everyone. And otherwise, because cats are too awesome to exist.
But yet they do.
It's mystery. Why?
I love cats, but I like dogs more. But I'm not saying that cats are bad. I'm saying that I love cats, but I love dogs more. But my uncle, he has a cat named Maggie Blue, and she was abused when she was before he got her. So she went to rehabilitation for pets, for like cats. And my uncle now has her, and they communicate like human and human now.
Very cool.
It's really Maggie doesn't talk, but she.
Okay.
But she communicates.
That's really cool.
I actually have 3 cats, and all of them are rescued.
Very good.
Yes.
That's nice.
I basically,
Rescue.
I live,
You suggest rescue your pets.
I
Rescuing my
live-
dog.
I live in a petting zoo. I have a whole bunch of different animals.
Okay, I like cats too, but just like Charlotte, I kind of am more of a dog fan. But cats are good too because one of my babysitters, she has a cat that she brings sometimes, and yeah, it's a really fluffy cat, and it doesn't bother my dog Chloe that much. Well, Chloe, she knows how to do a lot of things. My dog, she can like roll down the windows of the car when she wants to look at the window. And last night, I told Chloe she could not have my mom's pizza. I was watching something on Netflix, and she actually paused my show, and I'm like, how did you? So you could say she's more of a tech dog.
I'm Abby.
Katie's over here. Abby's over there.
No, my mom's allergic. I can't have them. But they're awesome. Or should I say possum? But yeah. Possum. Get it?
Nasa sounds like the animal too, but I mean,
That makes sense too, though.
yeah, they catch rodents.
I used to live in a petting zoo, but I like lizards more than cats than any
Oh,
animal.
I love lizards. I used to raise them.
I have a bearded dragon.
Oh, very awesome.
Yes.
That's really cool.
My uncle.
His name's Olaf.
Hold on.
For Frozen.
Oh gosh.
What a coincidence that is. Anyways,
Chill.
He barely moves.
all right, bad jokes for the win. All right, puns and chills. Whatever. Puns and jokes. All right.
Puns and jokes.
Anyways, so I like snakes, but not snakes that bite you. But like I like common brown.
I have a corn snake.
Docile.
Garden snake.
No, they're called common brown snakes,
Oh.
and they're really tiny as adults, and they don't bite you unless they like you see like put your mouth like really in there, but one of them my uncle caught one, so of course I held on to it for like a day and then let it go. But during that day, it got scared from one of my neighbors, so it wrapped around my finger,
Very cool.
and yeah, it was cool.
So now it's your pet.
No, I let it go.
I actually have a corn snake, but
Do you? I used to raise corn snakes.
I used to have 2, but one disappeared, and we're thinking that mine ate the other.
That's not good.
And the other one's my sister's one, Jasper, and mine is Buttery. He's a butter corn snake.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
So, Katie, do you have any pets?
Well, I've got a cat and a dog.
Very awesome.
His name is
to just think for a second.
If you want me to say how many animals I have, it's going to be in that. So I'll do that last.
Okay.
All right, and I have a dog. I have a dog named Beethoven. And I used to have a mouse that we bought from the pet store for like $5. We had to get everything for it. And he died during the winter from the cold. So, but he was adorable. Like he was a white mouse with like a little bit of like darker spots. He was really cute. I named him Chipper because we had a hamster named Chippy for kindergarten, and I just named him Chipper because he's
Okay, I get it.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I'm not a fan of snakes. A lot of you like snakes. I do not love snakes.
I've actually held a 6-foot red-tailed boa.
Sure,
I've even held a elephant eater.
I'm not done yet.
Anaconda. I've held the head of an anaconda.
Disturbing.
When I was little, I didn't have my fear of snakes yet. I even held a giant gold python with my Cub Scout troop, and yeah, but over the years in Cub Scouts, now that I'm a Boy Scout, I've had a lot of encounters with big, creepy looking snakes who actually jump at you. It's creepy.
So Grant apparently is in Boy Scouts.
That's cool.
I'm in Girl Scouts, but I'm gonna quit after next year because my troop leader is gonna be moving away. So I'm so used to being with that troop. I don't want to join another one because I'm gonna miss it so much. It's gonna be so different. But they might stay, but I'm hoping they would because they're friends. And she has a daughter that's in the troop too, and I want
Has everybody said something yet?
I have.
I'd say, okay, so if we're talking about scouts, real quick, because we're getting kind of toward the end here, so let's finish up
I want to talk about my.
real quick. We'll let Robert talk about what he wants to say, and then if you guys have anything like scouting or something special you want to mention that that you like to do outside of podcasting and YouTubing.
Everybody's talked about
Okay. All right, I haven't. Okay, so I have a dog at home. Her name is Odette, and she was rescued from East St. Louis. And at the time, it was snowing, and we found a picture of her, and she was pregnant with puppies. And when they rescued her, she wasn't pregnant anymore, so we don't know what really happened to the puppies. But we knew it was Odette because she has a scar on her back foot, and we can tell that's Odette because that's like her little sign or whatever. And I also had a
Trademark.
Yeah, and I also had a turtle, but we had to give him away because he was getting too big for the tank.
Oh no. Okay, so John, you said you want to tell us real quick about your animals.
Okay, this is going to take a minute.
Okay.
I have 2 dogs, a golden retriever, and a Shih Tzu. I have 3 cats. I have a bearded dragon, a snake, a bird, a whole lot of fish. I even used to have chickens, but not
Wow.
I don't have any chickens anymore, but
Rob's keeping count on your pets.
Around 16 I have right now, but
my gosh.
keep going.
But I can't exactly. I'm pretty sure I've said them all.
Okay.
16,
But
dang.
the bearded dragon is Olaf. The snake is Buttery. The bird is Buddy. The golden retriever is Nico. The Shih Tzu is Susu. The one of the 3 cats that I bought at a carnival for $10, so technically I rescued it, is Dash.
Hold on, real quick. How did you spell Nico?
Neko.
Okay.
And then I have Ashes, which is one that my grandma gave us. She rescued. And then we have one that my cousins found and he had like a big hernia on his stomach.
Oh wow.
So we saved him. We got him. We took him to a vet, and we call them rims, like car rims.
Okay.
Like how expensive he was. Very expensive to save.
Yeah.
But I think that's it.
Okay.
So I pretty much counted around 21 animals.
That's
that
a
you
lot.
said.
You're right. You do live in a zoo.
Yeah.
I
Farm boy.
Farm boy, yeah.
Okay.
No, I actually
That's
lived
good.
in a
That's
farm
good.
for my first 2 years of my life.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's why I have the name Farm Boy.
That's
All
nice,
right.
okay.
So let's I think Grant had something to say, so.
Okay.
This is another thing about Boy Scouts. I had to move to a different troop because my old scoutmaster, Reverend Long, he is getting transferred to a new church.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm in a different troop. That's all I have to say.
All right.
Okay.
And Abby had something to say. Get in close.
You were talking about what we did.
Yeah. So.
I play Minecraft and watch TV.
Okay. Well, that works.
Mainly, I watch Undertale stuff.
Okay.
Undertale has become quite the popular game. I like Undertale. It's cool.
Is it good?
It's like a-
Well, I know I can see you're a Sherlock fan and you're a Doctor Who fan too.
Sherlock.
We've already discussed that.
You can.
One of the jokes in the game is what do you call Undertale whenever they get to the surface?
What's that?
Overtale.
Oh.
Ah,
Wah,
okay.
wah, wah.
All right, and do you have? What do you mean by Sherlock? Sherlock Holmes?
Not the movies, the TV show.
The British show. Yeah.
The British show.
With Benedict Cumberbatch in it. You like him?
Yes.
Who's your favorite Doctor?
David Tennant, I met him.
Did you? I'm jealous. I met Matt Smith.
Oh.
I saw his hair technically.
Who doesn't see his hair coming?
I was waiting for my friends telling them outside of the booth where they're taking a photo with him,
Hmm.
and they were coming out, and I just kind of looked in and I saw his hair. So.
Very fun. Yeah, I went to his panel.
I also met Rose.
Did you?
Rose.
Billy Piper?
Yes, she's really nice.
Is she? Yeah, I met, do you watch Firefly?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because I met, now I'm going to pull a blank on his name. Mal Reynolds. Why can't I think of his name now? Oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, but anyway.
I want to meet probably Matt Smith because he was my favorite Doctor.
He was really cool.
Yeah,
he
was
was
like,
really cool.
Geronimo. No.
Yes. At the time, I had pink hair, and when I walked and I met him, he's like, "I really like your hair." I'm like, "Thank you."
My sister is obsessed with Doctor Who. She loves
So am I. So am I. I'm very obsessed with Doctor Who.
Very obsessed.
I
Yes.
even had a turtle that usually comes into my house. Like he literally walks into my house. He doesn't anymore, but during the summertime, he would walk into my house.
Okay.
Other than Doctor Who, I also watch a lot of anime and stuff like that.
Do you? What's your favorite anime?
Seven Deadly Sins, but there are two others that are pretty close up to it. It's,
Okay.
Orin High School Club and Black Butler.
Okay, I've heard of Black Butler.
That Black Butler is good.
I've seen people cosplay Black Butler before at cons. So, okay, I'm going to hand this over to Katie so she can tell us what she likes to do in her spare time.
Basically, anime is mainly
What's your favorite?
Black Butler.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black Butler and Vampire.
Who knows? I'm actually
I've
kind.
seen on the console Bob, but
It's actually kind of strange. I'm planning a few cosplays for Black Butler.
Are you? That'd
Yeah.
be cool. What cons you going to go to?
Well, so far my only guaranteed one is ASTL.
Okay.
So, yeah. Here's your.
Yeah, I'm wearing a Kawakan t-shirt today because I was on staff a couple years ago for Kawakan, which happens in our area. So that's kind of fun. That's where I think I found out about Black Butler was at Kawakan. I saw people cosplaying, and I was like, well, okay, what character are you? Because I don't watch anime, so you have to tell me who you are kind of thing. So That's how I find out. I go to cons and I find out about a lot of other fandoms that I never knew about before. All right, well, we are hitting what, John? She has a TARDIS phone cover. Yeah, she had a TARDIS backpack too the first day. I'm like, who had the backpack? You know,
That's
very cool. Yes, it is. Very, very awesome.
Wait.
What?
just
One of the people that was dressing up looked like this.
pulling up.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
cool.
Yeah, I've seen people cosplay that. Sebastian. Okay. Look at Katie getting all like, "Oh, I love Sebastian."
A little crush on him, but that's
Little crush.
He's a demon. He's a
Is he?
Whoa.
I don't know that I've ever seen. Oh no, I have seen people cosplay as that character.
Yes! I'm not the only one who loves the character.
I see. I tell you what, if you like anime or Doctor Who or any kind of geek stuff, you definitely, I highly recommend going to cons, even the smaller ones in the area, like some of the anime cons, and not necessarily Wizard World, because it's a big con. I mean, it's cool to go to, but go into the little ones because it is, you get to meet so many people that share your same interest and stuff.
I could have met Adam West because he was coming to St. Louis, but
Yeah,
it was like it costs so much. My parents
It
were like, "No,
does.
you can't go." I'm like, "No, I want
Wizard
to
World
meet
Comic Con
Adam
is
West."
very expensive, yeah. So it's kind of hard. But some of the smaller ones aren't as expensive, and they're even for like just one day pass. If you go like on a Saturday when everybody's there, it's not as bad, and you still get to meet people and see all the really cool costumes that people put on, which is probably one of my favorite parts, is just seeing all the costumes.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to close this out. So we're going to go around. Everybody gets one final thing to say, and then say your goodbye. So we'll start here with Katie. You could say your goodbye. So any final parting words?
Did you just do the peace sign?
I don't know.
We can't see you.
Just be happy it was the peace sign that time.
Yes.
She's messed it up.
Yeah, it's gonna change. Okay, well, bye, I guess.
Okay, John.
Still at you.
All right, John.
She just melted into the table.
John.
She's so shy.
Go on, John.
Don't go to sleep now.
Go back to
All right.
Hey, stop making me laugh so I can say this.
Okay.
I love this camp.
All
Good.
right.
I'm glad.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I'm going to go do it next year.
Thank you. You're awesome. You all are awesome.
Buy bad jokes for Wilson.
And
Okay.
that comes.
Grant.
All right, Grant. Final thing.
I don't really have anything to say, but let's just say I had a lot of fun this week.
Fantastic.
Making videos. It's a lot of fun. Like the microphones and make them go up and everybody just say bye.
Bye.
I just have some inspiring words. If you have like a dream and it didn't really work out for you, if you don't give up, you can never fail.
This is true. Those are great words to end on. All right, so from the College for Kids camp here, the podcasting to YouTube class, we've had fun, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so everybody on the count of 3, we all get to say goodbye. Ready? 1,